Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Hazel Adams. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've been having a wonderful weekend and a magical start to your week. Again, regardless of what appears to be going on in the world, because as we move into the fourth dimensional vibrational awareness, which is the energy, the energetic ideas that we hold, the vibrational realm that's behind the physical that we experience. When we start moving directly into that, which is what Seth actually called living from the inner ego, everything starts to become sort of very easy and flowing, and everything looks like love and abundance because it is. You're where it can be, and it is now. And so everything starts looking very magical and lovely. So anyway, I hope you're starting to experience that. I did do a spirit talk on that very subject yesterday, Sunday. And if you're interested in watching that back, it is available on my Patreon page. You do have to be a paid member to access past Patreon recorded spirit talks. The paid membership start at $2 a month. So, you can pay $2 and watch however many of my spirit talks you want, and then, and then proceed as you would like. So today's spirit guided message is about, does what other people think of you, their opinions of you, or how they treat you, have anything to do with you? Or are they just projecting their own problems onto you? I've seen, posts on Facebook and even YouTube's about this, saying, what other people think of me has nothing to do with me. It's their problem. And so that's what today's message is about. So does it have anything to do with you? And the answer is yes, it has everything to do with you, although maybe not in the way you're thinking as I say that. And yes, they're projecting their stuff onto you as well. It's both. The answer is always, is it this or is it this? Yes. So why am I saying it has everything to do with you? So for instance, if you're in a situation where there's a person in your world, maybe at work, maybe where you have your office space, something like that, where someone is being very inconsiderate and disrespectful of you and others around them, maybe just really trespassing boundaries, infringing basically on your space. Yeah, that's them being self-centered and thoughtless and narcissistic and in their own little bubble. Yeah, you betcha it is. However, you are experiencing that. You are the experiencer, and you're experiencing being trespassed upon. You're experiencing having your boundaries crossed and trespassed upon. And so we always have to ask ourselves in those situations, why am I experiencing this? What are my beliefs and attitudes right here, right now in this situation? So first of all, you may be carrying an attitude of people are very selfish and inconsiderate, and you're always going to get pooped upon. Okay, that could be something. You may feel that you don't have the right to set boundaries or to even have boundaries, that somehow you might have gotten the idea that your needs are not as important as everybody else's, that you just get run over and that's just how it is. So maybe you're having this experience so that you can learn to say to yourself, wait a minute, my needs, let's change this narrative. My needs are just as important and valid as anybody else's. Or maybe your needs are just as valid and important as anybody else's, but you don't feel empowered to enforce your boundaries. Like somehow or another, you're not going to get what you need anyway. You have no power. You have no choice. You just have to put up with it. Well, you always have choice. As soon as you recognize that attitude in yourself, you can go, wait a minute, is that true? I have no choice here. Now, I recognize that there may be some horrible situations in life where if you're not a conscious co-creator and you don't know that you actually have input as to the situation as you experience it, I can see that there could be some situations in which you would feel you don't have any choice if you want to live, for instance. Most of us are not usually in that situation. You have choice. Even if there's nothing I can do here, they're not going to change anything, then you have the choice to leave, right? You have the choice to go find another job. You have the choice to go to your supervisor and lodge a complaint about someone that's being disrespectful and thoughtless, perhaps at work. You have the choice to And this actually happened to me once. You have the choice to go to the landlord of the building that you're in and say, this is what's going on here. And this is not okay. It's not professional. And I need you as the landlord to do this and this, to remedy this situation with this other tenant. And if that landlord blows you off, and in my situation, he did, what am I supposed? Okay. And I thought, no, I have no choice. And wait a minute. Of course there's choice. I can simply leave this building. My lease is coming up. I can absolutely just leave the building. As soon as I made that choice within me, hadn't said a word to the landlord about that whatsoever, he came to me not very long after and said, is that woman still bothering you? I'm going to do this and this. It was like, who are you? That's not what you said last time. I didn't say that. But what I'm saying is, as soon as you get on top of what your beliefs and attitudes were in a situation and say, well, is that true? Do I have to live by that? Can I do something about this? Am I deserving of respect and being my boundaries respected? Am I deserving? Do I have a right to set boundaries? As soon as you go in and alter what you've been thinking is true, feeling is true, everything changes on the outside magically. Now, in the situation where you might be around someone, be it a friend or a family member or whatever, where someone is basically trying to manipulate you, saying, well, if you loved me, you would, or you should be doing this or this or this. Or maybe they're saying, you're selfish, you're never considerate of my needs, those kinds of things. Well, first of all, back up. Ask yourself, am I being thoughtless and selfish and narcissistic here? How would I like it if someone treated me the way I just treated that person? Maybe it is a legitimate observation on their part. Good to know. And we can then take steps because we don't want to be that person. Or maybe the reason you're having this experience is because it's time for you to realize that, again, your needs are as important as anybody else's. And importantly, I don't owe you meeting your expectations, falling in line with your agendas that maybe out of your insecurity you think you need me to fulfill so that you can feel good. I don't owe you that. It's really okay to be myself and do what feels right to my heart and not be manipulated. So it could be, again, that you're trying to show yourself that it's time to start setting some boundaries. Now, in that kind of a situation, it's got to go back to, why am I experiencing this? It could be that you've always kind of held yourself as being the odd man out, the black sheep. I'm always the other one that's not accepted. Okay, is that who and what you really are? Is that who and what you really choose to be? Can you change that belief about yourself? How about, I'm seen and appreciated and accepted for who and what I am? It could, on that same note, be that you kind of are very insecure and don't really like yourself and have low self-esteem. So you, of course, don't expect other people to esteem you. You don't feel like you deserve to be accepted. So again, what can you change in your beliefs? Because you're seeing this and experiencing it for a reason, and you're going to keep experiencing it until you go, oh, wait a minute, I can change this. And as I said earlier, boy, as soon as you actually change the belief and attitude in yourself that you've been carrying, it's astounding how quickly out there the changes show up in the physical. Now, on that being the odd man out, the alien, I've also seen in a couple of clients over the years, I'm special, I'm different than everybody, I'm not one of the herd. I don't want to be like everybody else. And then somehow or another, they also conflate that with, well, so I'm not going to be accepted by anybody. As if you can't be your own independent, unique self and be seen and appreciated and valued and wanted. You know, being yourself does not have to equal being rejected. You could have a narrative going on where you are attacked and criticized and maybe even bad energy sent to you, cursed because people are jealous of you. Well, first of all, of course, that can be true. Those people could be doing that. However, why are you experiencing it? If you feel like bad energies are obstructing you and stopping you from being happy and being successful, maybe we need to take responsibility for ourselves and know that we are in charge of our experience and no one else is able to obstruct us unless we accept being obstructed for ourselves. And as far as sort of the jealousy and people being negative, a lot of times what that is, well, I have to be the best. It's kind of an insecurity, really. I have to be the best, the most beautiful, the most talented, whatever it is, the smartest, and other people are just jealous. There's lots of beautiful, intelligent, talented, smart people. No one needs to really be jealous of anybody else. And if you're not coming from the place of, well, I have to be seen as better and a threat, if you're not coming from that place, you're not going to get it from other people. I'm not kidding, guys. I actually have a personal friend. She is literally, physically one of the most beautiful women anybody will ever see in their life. Astoundingly beautiful and beyond movie star beautiful. And she is so full of love and laughter and joy. She's never had any problem with people loving her and being friends, and she's never had negative juju and jealousy and stuff, because she doesn't even go there. She's just full of love and joy. So I'm saying, you get what you expect to get, or for your own reasons, what you need to get to show you your own attitude. It's always, what am I learning about myself here? What am I learning about my own attitudes and beliefs? I'm seeing this for my own reasons. What are my reasons? What am I wanting or needing to learn? And it's never someone else or something else imposing a lesson on you. Get rid of that. The universe isn't testing. No, they're not. No, it isn't. It's you. You are the driver of your energetic chariot, your experience. And so there's going to be something in you that wants or needs to learn something from whatever situation is going on. And ultimately, for you to learn that you've got ability to change your energetic blueprint, your energetic program, the attitudes and beliefs and ideas you're holding about what is true. Let's go lastly to things that we evidently have nothing to do with. You and I did not start the war in Gaza. We did not start the war in Ukraine. We're not agreeing directly in any case to participate in any of that. So that has nothing to do with us. We're seeing it. We are experiencing a world that holds it. Therefore, it does have everything to do with us, because what that shows us is we are still accepting, if hating, but accepting that that's how it is, that that's how people are, that that's how the world is, that there will be war in the world, and the world is just terrible, and people will always fight, or they always have and they always will, whatever the beliefs are. We are accepting violence and hatred and adversarialness as the norm, even while hating it. So what can we do there? I feel it's changing even as I said that. I feel the change. So what can we do with that? We can start saying, okay, how can I make peace, harmony as the norm? That when there is any kind of sort of something to talk out, that it's talked out with the intention, expectation that it is talked out and everybody is going to walk away from the table happy and having been treated fairly. That can be the replacement for war in the human construct the way we've been experiencing it so far. We can start changing what is normal and acceptable in our own minds and hearts about that. And as more and more of us do, guess what's going to start happening on the outside? So stay with me here for just another minute or so. That was the spirit message for the day. I hope something in there sparked something or helped you in some way. What I wanted to say to you is to bring to your attention that I do these YouTubes, and I've been doing them for a while, but just really regularly over the last, 4 or 5 months. But I've been doing YouTubes for a few years. And the thing is that what these are and what I intend them to be is bringing forth information and energies that are all about awakening, ascension, conscious, aware co-creation. These YouTubes that I offer are like an ongoing conscious co-creation, awareness, ascension class. I'm a sharer, not a teacher. I share. But so that's what they are. So please feel free to avail yourself not only of my most recent YouTubes, but the ones that I posted 5 months ago or even a year ago. Even the ones that have a reference in the title to something going on in Earth time, like something to do with Trump or the election. These YouTubes are filled with all kinds of information and live energies to do, again, with the awakening and ascension and conscious co-creation. So I hope you'll go back and check through some of my previously posted YouTubes. I think you'll find quite a lot there. As always, please share your comments and your questions. I read everyone and I respond to everyone. Thank you so much for watching today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.